my creatives, and welcome to another video. So today I'm here to share with you how I made this greeting card flipbook for Faith. So it's a very simple and easy project. All you need is a standard card base and an envelope and some pretty papers. So today I'm using the Crate Paper Oasis collection because I sent this out in summer. So I'm a bit late with posting, but you know, the postal service is also a bit late with everything. But I am just making a greeting card flipbook with it. So this is also the kit that I prepared for printing in my digital kit video. So if you want to see that, how I do that, and give you a tutorial on how to print and prepare your digital kits, I will also leave that linked up so you can check it out for yourself. But what I'm doing right now is I am cutting out my panels. So I chose these two pattern papers and I make sure that I have 1/8 of an inch on all sides of the rectangle before I put them on my card base. I like to have this white edge showing, and I think 1/8 of an inch is always a good size. And now I'm going to ink up my edges with some Distress Oxide. And if you're wondering what I'm using today, everything is linked down in listed down in the description box down below. And if I can find it online, there are links. And if I cannot, then there is no link, but there is still a full list of supplies. Just keep in mind that some of them are affiliate links and some of them are not. So just so you know. So now I'm ready to add my paper bases to my card base. And I thought it would be fun to have a piece of the papers on the outside and on the inside. So I didn't want to have the same papers just front and back. I thought it was fun to alternate them a little bit, and that's what I am doing here. So after that, my base is ready, and with these beautiful pattern papers, it's very, very easy to create a very quick little project. This is also a very good flat mail idea. It depends on how many goodies you're going to put inside or the embellishments that you use, but it's a very easy and small little project to send. So now I'm going through my embellishments, and I did want to make a flip. So I found this card that was in the digital kit, and I am going to add that as a flip out to make it a true flip book. So I'm just going to adhere that with some washi. It's like a tip in, and I just used some washi that I bought at Action. So I'm also going to ink up these edges because I forgot to do so. But no biggie, I can do that afterwards. So now I am going to find another card that I want to add to the back of this flip, because now it's just a blank white piece of paper. That's the thing with digital kits. Of course I can print it double-sided, but I'd rather not, because I don't want to choose which side I want to use. I will stick them back to back, and it will also make a bit more sturdier flip or paper if I just adhere 2 pieces of paper there. So this card was a little bit too big for the card that I already put on there. So I just glue it on there, and then I will use the summer card as a template to cut it down. So now I'm going to work on my front cover, and I really, really liked this image. I can't remember what the English word is for it. But I am going to add a little doily in the corner to break up the pattern a little bit, because it is a busy pattern. It's a pattern with a lot of postage stamps, which I really like because I'm sending this out as snail mail, of course. But it was just a bit too busy if I wanted to add some embellishments on top. So I needed some white to break it up a little. So I'm going to make my embellishment cluster, and I didn't pick out embellishments beforehand. I will do so in a little bit. I will take out some of the embellishments like I'm doing here that I think I want to use, or that I think that will look nice with my mail. So I thought this was a cute little composition, so that's what I'm going to stick down with some glue. I often like to use wet glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room, and with layering up pieces I always start from the back to the front. So this big piece is the front piece, and that is what I'm going to stick down last, so everything is pretty much as I wanted it to be when there was no glue on there. So I also have some physical product from the Crate Paper Oasis collection. I don't think you can get that anymore because it's a pretty old collection, but I grabbed that as well because, well, I have it here, so why not use it? I didn't use a lot of the physical product because I have the chipboard, the paper, and the puffy stickers you saw, and they were quite big. And this is a small little project, so I didn't really use a lot of it. I did use some of the puffy stickers. I just wrote down high faith on this brown packaging paper. This is paper that I receive in packaging when I order something online, and I like the craft paper look of it, so I just keep it and recycle it because it's just perfect brown paper. Why throw it away, right? And I'm also going to add some washi tape on the corner, like I stuck it down on this card with just the washi tape. So here I am going to find some more pieces, and I found these little hearts. I thought they were very nice with her name, and the colors of course match because I'm just using a collection, so everything will match together. After that I am going to do a doodly border. Of course, it had to have a doodly border, right? So I'm just using a Staedtler pigment liner in 0.3, and I am also going to do the doodly border on the inside on the same pattern paper that I have there. I also think I'm going to do it on the flip out because once I start, I think I can't stop making doodly borders. And then I realized I forgot to snip off a little piece of this card. So that's what I'm doing now. I left it to dry, but sometimes I forget that I still have to do something like that. So here I am being excited with my doodly border action. And now I'm going to work on the mail, on the inside of the mail, I believe, that I'm going to do. So because there's not a lot of real estate to work with, I decided to make a pocket on that beautiful blue pattern paper. I think it's one of my favorite papers in this whole paper pack because, well, you all know that I love blue. So yeah, it's just a very pleasing paper for me, but I had to cover it up a little bit because of course I want to add some things in there. So I made this pocket and I used my We Are Memory Keepers trim and scoreboard for that, and I always score 1/2 inch for the gluing flaps, so I know that there is enough space to glue my pocket down. I'm also going to create a longer pocket on the other side, and so what I do here is I measure how high my card is, and then I add up 1 inch to get the 1/2 inch gluing flaps on both sides. And now I scored on 3 sides to create my pocket. I also cut out the corners a little bit to make sure that it's not that bulky. So here I am with my puffy stickers, gold stickers, and I'm going to add sunshine in the middle. It just fits. So the first time I stuck it down, it was overhanging a little bit on the other side, so I had to reposition it a little bit, but it fit perfectly on there. That was really nice. So I thought it was fun that it said High Faith Sunshine Motel, and I thought a bit of gold would give it a little bit more dimension, and I also used the gold hearts that are on this sheet. So now back to the inside, and this is where I am cutting down the corners and punch out 1/2 a circle from the flap. I like to do so, especially when it's a little bit of a simpler mail. I like to add something extra to my pockets to give it a more finished look. And now I'm going to stick that down as well on my base. So I stuck it down a little bit too close to the fold out, so I recommend that you leave a little bit of space in between the 2 pieces, but I forgot to do so. I didn't pay attention enough, so the flap will close a little bit uncomfortable, but it's okay, it's just paper. So now I'm just going to decorate more, and I found this tag, and I'm going to add some twine with some gold thread in there. I cannot leave tags or these kinds of things without a bit of thread because it feels unfinished for me, and I thought it was fun that it would stick out of the card so you could see it when it is closed. And now I'm just gluing down these embellishments with some with a bathing suit and this leaf. So this embellishment will hang over the pocket. It's something like what I like to do recently, and what I do is I keep the embellishment turned over on the spot that I want to glue it, so I know exactly where to put the glue, and that I don't put glue on places where I don't want to have it because I didn't want to close the pocket on the bottom. So here I'm adding another of those puffy gold word stickers, and now it says Celebrate Summer, which I thought was really fun. And I added some of the gold hearts on the other side because I missed a little bit of the gold there, and I missed something on the pocket as well. I'm adding some of the die cuts that I used from this collection. These are all hand cut, of course, because they are from the digital kit. I'm just going through my little basket and randomly pick things that fit this mail but also fit my bag, and I make sure that I don't put too much of the same thing in there because I have doubles in there. I make my own sheets, so I don't want to waste half a piece of paper for printing, so there are always doubles in there for me, which of course is no problem at all because I will never run out. I also added a washi sample, and I'm going to make my own writing paper, and I will use the same washi as I sent her. I think that gives a finished look and everything will fit together. So it's just a very simple washi layering, and now my writing paper is ready. It was just a little note that I sent to Faith, and I'm going to close everything off with this beautiful twine, and I'm going to tie that in a bow so it will be closed. Like I said, this is a perfect flap mill idea. If you don't bulk it up too much, I don't know how big or how thick it can be for flap mill, but you can figure that out for yourself. It's just a cute little idea to send out. So now on to the envelope. I am going to distress the edges of the envelope as well as some of the paper scraps. I like to use the paper scraps from my project for the envelope so it will fit my mail. And I'm also going to add some washi. Usually what I do with my washi on envelopes is I add a piece of double-sided tape first and then add the washi on top, because washi doesn't really stick and I don't want it to rip off or let go from the mail while it's in transit. So I always add an extra piece of double-sided tape under there. Now I'm going to add this strip on the back. So now I use this scrap of paper more as a piece of washi. I'm going to add that to the back. I don't do a lot to the back because I have to add this big customs label on there and it will cover up pretty much all of the back. So I usually don't do a lot on the backs of envelopes because simply it doesn't really matter when I put this big label on there. I add this little Polaroid with flamingos, which I really liked, and I found this tiny word, loving it in there. And now I'm going to add the strip of washi also on the bottom because I missed something there and there was not enough of the pink, so I thought it was fun to add the washi. And these washis are also from the Oasis collection, I believe, so I have them, and I have them already for a very, very long time, so I thought it was a perfect project to use them. So this is my greeting card flipbook for Faith. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. I would also love it if you'd consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!